So in this room, music is being written by composer Brad Derrick. A windy morning here at Mythic headquarters, and waiting for us is Composer Supreme Brad Derrick, who is going to give us a demonstration of how he writes music.
And try to keep us alive.
While he's driving. So we're going to get in the back seat now, and we're going to go on a ride along.
My commute is about 600 miles each way.
Wow.
And I'm the sum and total of the Mythic Entertainment sound department. When I'm at work, I have to do everything but write music.
Ah.
So I tend to write music in the shower, in the car, and while mowing the yard and everything else.
So this is actually the safest way you could possibly be writing music. We'll get out on the highway, and then Brad's going to give us a demonstration. So when you get in the car and you get this high-end audio set up in place, do you just sort of drive around until something comes to you? Or do
well, like I said, it really takes me about an hour to get to work. So if it's Monday is music day at work. So usually the first 10 minutes of my drive, I'll listen to whatever composers I want to rip off that day. And then I've got 50 minutes left to write a piece of music based on that. And so today's feature is something for the greenskins, I think. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. 10, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, what we're doing now is Brad is playing that first part through the stereo.
Alright.
And he's going to play along, accompanying himself.
Alright, remember it this time. It's going to be awesome.
Alright, return to the office, and we're going to be going up to the 8th floor, the penthouse suite,
If you will.
where the Warhammer team resides. And on the Magic laptop, Brad has the extremely dangerous music we just recorded. Here again with Brad. Brad is putting some rosin on his bow. And we're going to be doing what today, Brad?
Bowing Chinese symbols with coins on them.
And for what purpose are we doing this?
For scaring Warhammer players.
Ah.
Or being musical. On the other. You're in the way. Alright, when we were here last, let's see, the first installment, I think we were writing music in the car. I think that was the genesis of the thing. And then we were bowing some cymbals and making some crazy noises. And then we were in a garage playing drums and didgeridoos and throwing wrenches and anvils around the place. Now it's been a couple of weeks, and I'm trying to put that mess together into a semblance of actual music. And this is the software of choice for composing stuff. It's something called Sonar. And if you recollect from the car, you might recognize some of this stuff. This is kind of what it sounded like in the car, just incredibly basic. Just for one finger melody and the one finger bass. Which, obviously, I then went and re-recorded here. I didn't keep the car version as incredibly gifted as that was. Anyway, so entered the stuff, re-entered it in here, cleaned it up, came up with some other parts to go with it, gave it some structure, so on and so forth. I thought it was going to be dwarf music, then I thought it was going to be green screen music, then Paul came in and said, so now it's other music. So, let's see, so like bowed cymbal type of things ended up, for example, there's a bowed cymbal, and there's some of the snare drum stuff is buried in the mix here. Ultimately, this is still not the final stage. This is a very glorified demo. Ultimately, this stuff will be performed by a live orchestra somewhere in the Eastern Bloc. Hopefully, we're going to get a live orchestra to do it over in Prague and track all the instrumentation. Then we bring that back here, and I get to then again overdub all the percussion stuff, because 9/10 of the percussion that you hear in orchestral music these days is not real. It's overdub. So here's kind of the whole demo at this point. You can follow along at home. So while that sounds better than the version in the car, it's still kind of anemic and repetitious and not fully fleshed out. But again, it's still just a demo, just getting basic ideas in, moving things around in big chunks, put this here, put this there, put it there, see how it works together, see how it doesn't work. And once it's more or less done, make an MP3 of it, drop it in the game, start to see what other people think of it, see how it fits into the game. And once that gets signed off, then it's off to Prague to